there folks, thanks for joining us for another Kickstarter preview. Today we're having a look at Guardians of Xobos. This is obviously a pre-production copy, prototype copy, and it was designed by a Polish company, which is Imagine Realms, and it's designed by, and I apologize as I'm not going to say this properly, but is it Jaroslav Blazinski? I apologize, of course, for ruining that.
You said that at the end.
And with me today to help with the preview is Carla and Alex, and myself, Jason. Alright, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of how the rules work for this game and give you a general idea of what we're trying to achieve, and then we'll come back with some gameplay and you can see us play through a few rounds so you can get the general flow of the game and how the mechanics work and how the mechanics link together, and then we can come back at the end with some more information so you can go follow the link if you like the game. Okay, so each one of us is a faction on Xobos where the planet has run dry of resources. This is the last sort of bastion of hope for us to gain as much resources as we can and become the champions of Xobos. Each of us plays a faction. We have 4 Guardian miniatures, so these giant Guardians. And then we also have 9 of these little quarks. They're tiny little things. Right, and if you want to see a better artwork picture, you can have a look over there. So, Guardian, quark. What we're going to try and do is move around this map. So we've got these trenches linking sort of modules where we can build buildings, generate resources on this track over here. So crystals and building resources, and this is our technology level. And then everything we do during the development stage will be done on this board behind our player sheets. So they will go like that, and we will do them secretly behind everything that's happening. The game lasts 15 rounds. As you can see, there's the track mark over there. So 15 movement phases and then 15 development phases. So on the movement phase, Guardians can move 1 space, Quarks can move 2 spaces. So for example, my first turn could be something like that, and then these 2 little guys could move over there, for example. And then once we've done the movement phase, everyone has so starting with the first player marker who has the TARDIS, then goes to Carla, she'll do her movement phase, then Alex, they'll do their movement phase.
TARDIS not included in this game.
Yes, TARDIS is not included. And then we'll do the development phase. So in the development phase, we'll gain resources based on our production track. Everyone starts with 1 mine, so we'll all generate 1 building resource. We also start with 3 building resources. And one of our Guardians, so each one of our Guardians is linked with so we've got a circle, square, X, and triangle. On their backs is the linking version. So for example, my circle will be my leader. So that guy over there. That means he starts with 2 power and he has a healing ability. Everyone else starts with 1 power and they all start with 6 life. Then during the development phase, you can then make them construct buildings or support each other with reinforcement tactics or healing tactics. You can develop new quarks if you have crystals. All of those are nicely detailed on this cool little player sheet on the back of the player sheet. So for example, if I wanted this triangle guy to build a building, I have these 4 buildings over here, which is a technology building, a watchtower, a mine, and a crystal well. So for example, let's say I want him to build a crystal well. I don't put it out there. Here's the triangle. So for example, I will put that over there upside down. So it shows you that I need 2 building materials. I put 1 on there, and then I take one of these and I add that to him. So the rest of the group can see that he's building something, but they don't know what he is building. For example as well, I could use one of these support tokens. So in the early phases of the game, it probably wouldn't come up. But like say, for example, Carla's over there on my border, and I don't want to move him up, but I want to use the circle to support him. So my circle, which is my leader, which has 2 strength, and that's the square, which is that one. I could add this reinforcement token over there, pointing to the square. My reinforcement power would go up like that, and his would go up by 2. So I'm sacrificing his power and adding it to that guy. So if she does attack me, or if I want to attack her, he would be a 3 attack thanks to his support. But again, this is all done behind closed doors, if you like. So she doesn't know that I'm doing that, or she might guess that I'm doing that. I might also, instead of doing support, I might do healing. So instead, his power goes back down to 1. He keeps his power. But now, when she attacks him, he will take less damage. So let's say her attack was 2. It's now reduced by 1 to a single damage. And if I had any corks over there, they could absorb those damage as well. Obviously, the leader is a really good one to do that with as well. If they were swapped around, the leader has an innate healing ability. So they could, absorb 2 damage on his own. But that's not the only thing we could do. We could also build some buildings. So, technology buildings. So let's say if I had a technology building there, that would increase my technology level by 1. I can then buy these technology buildings over here. You can only ever own 1 of each type of building. And they do various things. Like, for example, you can upgrade your Guardians to give them either +1 power or +1 healing. This one allows you to collect resources from the source itself. And this one allows you to rebuild your Guardians if they get destroyed for 3 building materials instead of 5. Why are we doing all this? Is to generate as much of these gems as we can, these crystals, because we'll accumulate as many of this and then add them all together, plus the Guardians we have on the board, and then multiply them by the amount of reactors we have. We can have a maximum of 4 reactors, and they get built over there. These will say, for example, let's say I have 10 crystals and 4 Guardians, and I have 3 of these. That's 3 times 14, giving me my overall end score. So that's how you win the game. So at the end of round 15, you count those up. One of the most victory points is the winner. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you'll see during the gameplay how that flows and what more stuff you can do. We'll go through more of the details of the actions then. But that's about it. So, you guys ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. Guardians of Xobos. Let's do it. Alright, welcome back for the gameplay. We've had a few rounds already. Well, in fact, we've gone through quite a nice chunk of the game already, because we wanted to bring you the meat of the gameplay. So as you can see, the little orange cube shows you what turn we're on. We're about 3/4 of the way through the game. It's pretty hectic as it's going already. I've done the fatal mistake of fighting a war on 2 fronts, because I know what these two are like, the little defensive players, so I took the attack to them. So as you can see on the right here, I've got a green Guardian marauding into Alex's side. I've got a wall against Carla over here, and I've got 1 Guardian on the side here. So this is what my player board looks like. So as you can see, I'm not going to give away too much, but this is my building materials, this is my crystals, these are just some of my reinforcement tokens that I can use. Currently none of my Guardians are building anything, and these are some of the reinforcement and healing abilities that I could be using, and these are currently the stats of what they are like. As you can see, those 2 have been upgraded as well. Okay, so first things first, at the beginning of the turn marker will move up. So Alex, could you move the turn to the move section? So we're on turn 10 now, and then we're going to move the TARDIS on to Alex. He's going to be the first player, and then he will do his movement actions first. Alright, so Guardians can all move 1 space, and Quarks can obviously move up to 2. And are you declaring any attacks, Alex?
Yeah, on you.
Anywhere specific?
There.
Okay.
Evade it now.
Think you're clever, eh? I am not going to counterattack. So my movement.
Because you're not evade.
Yes, I'm going to move out the way. I'm going to go there. He
That's more annoying.
is going to go... I'm going to go there. And these 2 are not going to move. Over to you, Collar. Oh, I do have one more thing to move. I can't see it in the... I've got a Quark down here. He's going to move 2 to there.
Okay. I am going to move him over here. Him over here. him over here, and him over here.
Now, as you can see, as I said in the overview, everything is done behind the hidden boards on our sort of consoles, if you like, our command consoles. So what's happening is now playing out on the board from our previous turn, which you'll see in a minute. So that's the movement phase done. Oh yes, this attack was obviously.
Sorry, I should have declared my attack.
All right, go for it. Yeah.
So he's going to attack over there,
Okay.
and he's going to attack the source.
Okay. I will counter attack over there. All right, so let's do some attacking. So first of all, let's start. Alex is the first player. His attack there was because I evaded. It's just left. If he hadn't moved, because that guy moved from there to there, he could now take hold of that position that I vacated. But because he's already moved this turn, he can't. It'll go to me. We can do an attack over here, but we're just going to come back to that one in a minute. We'll do this one, which is nice and simple. Carla has this technology, which is collect from the source, which means you can declare attack into the source and get a crystal for it. Obviously, those crystals could be victory points depending on how many reactors you have at the end of the game. And now we do an attack over here. So first wave of the attack is the quark wall. So I have 1 quark. Carla has 0, so there's no quarks. If she had 1, for example, they would kill each other 1 for 1. And then we go to the person with the least amount of quarks or crystals if they were on a fortress, which is Carla. So she tells me what her attack power is.
Okay, so my attack is 2.
2. So I now tell her, so she's attacking my my X, if you like, which is this guy. He's obviously got that, and he's got a quark with him. So I take 0, but I have to lose that quark. So I take no damage. And then I attack back for you. My attack is 1.
Which means I take 1.
Okay.
This guy.
And that attack is resolved. So we're trusting each other, and in that regard, she thinks, obviously, I spent the 1 quark to reduce the incoming damage. No, it's fine. I'm going to just talk about mine.
I was going to say, you can show how I...
So obviously I've got that incoming from the triangle guy, so that reduced it by 1, and I had the quark which reduced it by 1, which meant I take no damage, luckily. Alright, so that is the movement phase done, with the attack action done. So now we go to phase 10, the development phase. So Alex is the first player. We'll have a quick look at his board, what resources you're getting. So you're getting 1 crystal and 3 building resources. There you go. I am getting 5 building resources now. So that's 3, 4, 5. And I'm also getting 2 crystals to add to my pile. And Carla, what are you getting?
I get 1 for my crystal mine and 5 for my other.
Alright, so now we individually do our little phase over here, development phase. So we can do various things, we can build things or what's out on the board, that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep this there. You guys can do yours. I'm going to talk about what's going on mine. So I'm going to keep this there. I am going to spend another one of these to recruit another quark, which will go into there. Obviously, every time I do that, it's spending victory points. I'm also going to leave that there for a second. I'm also going to have this guy over here build a building. So I take one of these construction under construction tiles, put it over there, so they can see that he's building something. Which he is my square, which is that one. What's up?
How much do they heal when they heal?
2 grey cubes, one health.
Okay.
And he is gonna build one of these. So I put that there. And I'll take one of my minerals and I put that over there, so that he knows he's building something. And then I'm also, because you can only do this once per turn, I'm going to spend 5. And you have to do this all in one go for a reactor. And I'm going to take a reactor. Shows you on the back there as well. The lightning bolt shows you that it needs to be all done in one go. I like the idea of putting them over there. Well, like Colin was saying, that obviously tells people how many reactors you got and then might make you a target. So we keep it hidden. And then of course I've got him over there. I could do something with him. Don't really know. Alex is going to be chasing me the whole time.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm going to do nothing with him. So how are you guys doing? Alex, you done your development phase?
Yep.
And you, Carla? Coming along?
No. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
almost
I'm
done.
going to do one more thing. I'm going to spend 2 building materials. That guy's on top of a technology tile, so he can heal. And he is going to heal 1 point. You obviously have this nice little, on the sheet itself, you can see it shows you all the stuff you can do. So that's what I just did over there. And it tells you what the buildings do, how you score victory points, what levels of technology you need to buy which technology tiles, and how you could spend crystals and resources, etc. And at the moment, I think I might have Carla blocked off here, because she's gathering resources like crazy.
Okay.
Alright, so that's the end of the development phase. So the turn marker moves up to phase 11. Pass the TARDIS, Alex.
Yes.
So I am now the first player, and we got to do movement. He's not going to move, but he's going to declare an attack over there. This Quark is going to come join him over there. He's not moving because he's under construction, and ooh, I'm gonna go over there and attack Alex.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Well, I kind of figured you might not expect me to move back there.
So, can I counterattack?
Yeah, you can do a counter attack. That's my movement done. Got it. Over to you. You reckon?
Oh yeah, I do. You got no friend, and you're literally about to get smashed in one day.
I've got no friends, huh? That's wrong.
That will helping you. Alright, so which one?
Oh,
You're double dead.
I didn't
Double
see,
dead.
I didn't see that coming. Oh boy.
You're screwed.
I might be. Oh dear.
2 ends and you're about to die.
Okay, so that's the movement phase. Now we go to combat.
That's what happens when you encroach my territory.
That's
Yellow is for angry.
1, 2, 3, plus 3, 6.
Alright, so
Hey.
Alex, let's start over here. We both don't have any corks, or do you have corks?
You've
I have
got
a
2 corks sitting there.
Alright, so I attack you first then.
Okay,
So I'm attacking you for 3.
okay.
So you can spend the corks to absorb the damage.
No.
They can't be used in attack, yeah?
Can I not?
No.
No.
Oh.
So you might as
okay.
well.
They're just cannon fodder.
No! I might lose this now. They were helping me. Where
Well, they
are now?
have.
Just put them in front of your board.
Okay, so.
So you I've attacked you for 3. So just to show you, my power is 3. I've got no other assistance.
I take 0.
Okay. So 2 was absorbed by the cork, and I assume that's your leader.
Yes.
The leader has the healing point 1. Alright, so how much are you attacking me back for?
1, 2, 3, 6. 6.
6!
Yes, I told you it's a bad idea.
Alright, so he's attacking me for 6. I'm assuming, because obviously I can't see his board, this is his leader, so he started on 2. I think he did an upgrade with him, so it puts him to 3. This guy and this guy are probably adding to that, so that puts him up to 5. Where's the 6th one coming from?
Oh, well, I've got 3 in total on him.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Oh, one of them were upgraded as
Yeah, I
well.
was going to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I knew there's 6. Yeah, this
Alright.
one's upgraded.
Okay, so
Don't tell him that.
yeah,
Oh,
So yes, that was a brave move by me. So I'm taking 6.
Are you?
No, well,
You should be taking 5.
I'm attacking, being attacked for 6. The leader has the ability to absorb 1 anyway because he's got the healing ability. So I take 5.
Is he dead?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn it, he's on 1 health.
Oh my god, this is so bad. I might have overstretched a bit.
I told you were going to be dead that turn, and you were almost.
Alright, Carla, let's do some fighting over here. So, let's start over here. You go first because I've got a Quark, and basically the attack formulation goes, Quarks fight each other, then the Guardians with Quarks go kind of last.
Okay. So I'm attacking you for 2.
For 2. Alright, so I take nothing. And then I'm attacking you for 1.
Which I'll take 1.
Okay. So that's nice and easy. Over here, I can't attack. I couldn't counter-attack there because, as Carla probably would have realised, I'm using a support action, which means I basically don't really have an attack action. So, how much are you attacking me for?
Which one is it? It's the circle. Is attacking you for 3.
3? Oh, crap. So he's your leader and he's been upgraded, has he? Oh, no, he's getting a +1 from there. Wow, that's bad news bears for me. So my triangle is this guy. Oh, I healed the wrong guy. I was just going to fix that. So my triangle is... only got that, so he takes 1, 2... Smoosh.
Both of your leaders are circles and mine's dead.
So, just to show, where is it? Over there, it says, over there, if you destroy a Guardian, you get 5 crystals. A huge pay package.
Jeez, that's like... if you have a reactor, that's 5.
Yes, I do realise I'm in trouble. I may have been a little over ambitious.
Yeah, a little.
I'm in so much trouble. Carla's now marauding into my area.
So is that all the movement phase done?
Yep, so now we go to development phase.
So you can
So resources first.
Yeah, so as the first player, I get 5 building materials and 2 crystals. Carla, you get...
Before I get my
5.
stuff, can I build something then get other stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. That's not good.
What do you get? 3 and 1 still. Maybe ticking over one at a time. There you go. Alright. I'm in serious trouble here.
Yes, you are.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to put that there for what it's worth, which means, as you can see, that's a 2. So I put those 2 over there, and then replace this with that,
So this turns into that.
which means I have to update this.
Sorry.
So that goes to there. And then I might as well take this off because he's no longer alive, including this. So I could bring him back. It cost me 5 of my building resources. But instead, I'm going to... I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to...
Oh no!
I'm just going to bend over.
You're dead.
So keep it in mind, obviously, if all your Guardians do get eliminated, that doesn't mean you can't win the game anymore. Because at the end of the game, you calculate how many Guardians you have left on the board, plus your crystals, and then multiply that by your reactors. So there is still a possibility that you can win without having to have Guardians on the board. It just makes it more difficult. And obviously, the earlier you lose all your Guardians, the more likely it is your opponents are going to mess you up.
Poor circle guy. Your circle guy's gonna be doing in a minute.
You think so, eh?
Oh yeah, because you got the first player marker, so that means you can't evade. So
No, it's going to move to Mom now.
Oh damn it!
So So a little bit of respite for me, maybe.
You're not. You're gonna be able to. Unless I trap you.
Okay.
You done with your what's the name phase, Carla?
Yeah.
You're gonna get trapped.
All right, so Alex or Carla, move on the development, the movement, the thing to phase 12. TARDIS comes to you, Carla, and do your movement. We'll film one more turn just to see my agony continue. Okay, so to stop there for a second, Carla. So she's just moved on to my building. She doesn't have the third level technology, which is this one, which is C's building. If you have this, you can replace the building with your building. So what happens here instead is my building gets destroyed. So this gets destroyed, returning to my supply. If it was a mine, a crystal mine, or what's the name mine, I would modify this to represent what I have left. But that was a technology building, so in fact I still reduced that by 1. And then Carla gets 2 more crystals for that. Oh man, I'm getting my ass solidly kicked here.
Okay.
Is that your movement done? Any attacks to declare? Okay.
What if I should just attack with him?
You can.
I mean, he's not doing anything.
When in this situation, just to explain to them as well. In this, let's say, oh crap, I don't move away there, and the attack resolves because she's attacking from 2 different spaces to the same space. They would add their power together. So let's say he's a 3 and he's a 1, then this would be an attack of 4.
Do I need to show that on my board? Because I can't.
No, you just add them 2 together.
Really stuff.
All right, Alex, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to move him to there.
Okay.
Him to there.
Okay.
Make this guy
Attack
fire
there.
that way, and then this guy fire that way,
Okay.
and then can you make them fire at these?
No, you have to be on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh,
Well, next turn you can move on to it.
now you're gonna move away.
Did this guy move? He
Yes.
stood still, didn't he?
No,
Oh, this guy's the guy there now.
no, that guy stayed still. Didn't
Okay.
he? Yeah, he stayed still.
Okay. So that's
So
your...
that means if you dodge, I can come in and shoot you.
Not shoot me, but you can take that space.
Oh.
Are you done? So my turn, I am obviously
Yeah.
clearly going to evade to there. So both of those go away. But that one can take that space if you want.
Oh, he's coming after you.
And this guy is also going to evade to there. Which both of those... This one didn't move though, did he?
No.
So he can take that space.
And he will take that space.
Yes, he will. Right. Yeah. So I let you get away with that because you're cute. So that was a crystal mine, which means my crystal mine goes down by 1. And Carla gets 2 more crystals. We laughed before.
Just.
And then, as part of my movement as well, I'm just going to do a cheeky little attack over there.
Oh crap! It's on a square guy.
Alright, that's the movement phase done. So now we resolve attacks.
Take that off.
Carla's obviously attacking into there, so that can get taken away and replaced with one of these. And then Alex, we've got no quarks there, so I'm attacking you for 1.
Oh no! I'm counter attacking, boy. You're gonna get smashed in the face.
Alright, so I'm attacking you for 1.
I'm attacking you for 1. I take 1 health.
I take 1 health. Alright, and that is the movement phase done.
This
So
phase now.
yeah, we got to the development phase, and for what it's worth, I'll show you my development phase, but then we'll finish off the gameplay section. Yeah, as that's been about 15 minutes. So as you can see, I've reduced this guy over here. He's being encircled. I've been encircled over there. So what I'm going to do is just try and get as much victory points as I can. First things first. Carla, you get 1 crystal and 5
So if that's...
of those. Alex, what do you get?
I get 2 crystals and 3 resources.
Oh, you built another crystal mine, did you?
Yeah.
Oop, there you go.
Because no one's paying attention to what I'm doing.
I get 5 of these. Alright, so I'm going to do that one over there, and he's going to do it that way. And then I'm also going to spend 5. So 5 building materials. And I'm going to build another reactor.
That's 2, that's times
So
4.
that gets me that.
15,
Times those.
20.
And I am also going to kiss my ass goodbye. I'm going to spend 2 to heal that one.
Oh, I'm going first. I don't like going first.
And
I'm never gonna get away.
I think what am I going to do with this? I could bring a cork to come help him. It's costing me victory points. What's he standing on? Iron mine.
Ooh. Dad.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Alright, so everyone done the developing?
Yeah.
Alright, so first player moves on to you, Alex.
Okay.
And that, I think, should be enough for the gameplay section. It's been 15 minutes of gameplay. You get the general idea. We've got basically 3 more turns left. And then we will count up victory points, which is crystals plus guardians multiplied by reactors.
You won't have any Guardians.
Shut up. Alright, see you guys after the gameplay. Okay, so we finished off the game. As you can imagine, I did get a spanking. I obviously lost. I've got Guardians back on the board, but I managed to bring them back in just before my technology was destroyed. So I ended up on the game with I built 4 reactors. So you can see over there, my base is filled up with 4 reactors, and I have 15 gems and 3 Guardians left on the board. So I ended up with 72 points. And that is in last place. Alex is in second place with 78, was it?
Yeah.
Yep. And he got, the reason why we're so close is because he's only got 3 reactors. But he's still got, how many gems you got, Alex?
I've got 23.
23 gems. And he's only got 3 Guardians left on the board, as I killed one way back in the early of the game. And he never brought it back.
1 resource cost me 26 points.
Yeah, Carlos stole a building off him, which meant he couldn't get his building resources on the last turn, which lost him the opportunity to buy another reactor. But you can imagine then the Viking destroyer is Carla. How many points you got?
I had the TARDIS on my side.
Yeah,
144 points.
144
I had
points.
32 crystals.
And all 4 reactors. And she could have bought a lot more. Yes. So there you go. That is a game of Guardians of Xobos. This is coming to Kickstarter on the 25th of February, which is Monday. And it'll be looking for funding via Kickstarter. It's from Imagine Realms Games. And the designer is Yaroslav Blasinski. I hope I've said that right, Yaroslav. If I haven't, I apologize. But yes, when the Kickstarter goes live on Monday, I will put a link in the description below, and you can click on that to take you straight to the Kickstarter. And then, of course, you can see everything they've got on the Kickstarter page, including the campaign pledge, how much they need to make this game. If you like real-time strategy games, well, this is not a real-time game, but the RTS games from computers and stuff like that. This is a nice little homage to that. It's got some nice figures. It's this is a great-looking prototype, by the way. This is I didn't mention this, but this is obviously a prototype, and it looks fantastic just for the prototype. So I can't wait to see what it's going to happen, what's going to bring on the Kickstarter itself. So if you like it, go check it out and back it. And thanks for watching. See you later, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.
All right.